are here in the third day of our training workshop, Practical Aspects of ICT Tools and Online Teaching in Present Current Scenario. Our today topic is ICT and Effective Presentation Skills. Today we have great educational personality with us, Dr. Priyanka Chawla ma'am. Uh, Now I am introduced Dr. Priyanka Chawla, ma'am, Senior Assistant Professor at a Prestige Institute of Management and Research. Ma'am successfully done postdoctoral fellowship from ICSSR New Delhi report submitted. PhD from Devi Ahilya Vishwavidyalaya Indore 2015, MBA 2008. She is a finance personnel with 12 years of experience in academic domain personality. She is a associate with Prestige Institute of Management and Research, Indore, as a senior assistant, and prior to this, she has served to many organizations. Her area of interest included self-help groups, microfinance, operational research, and research methodology, financial management, statistics, and many more. Basic, she has anchored, coordinated, and conducted various workshop FDP conferences due to her energetic multitasking quality and familiarity with subject of her interest. She has been invited as a speaker by various organizations and delivered sessions on ICT tools, research methodology, hands-on SPSS, and many more. She has attended various national and international conferences where she presented various research papers. She has more than 30 publications to her credit. She has also published two books bearing ISBN numbers. She has attended and participated in several faculty development programs, workshops on research methodology. She is a recipient on many awards and was honored with the Faculty of the Year Awards 2020. We are very heartily welcome, ma'am. Please over to Priyanka, ma'am.
First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Prakashni Tiwari, ma'am, for presenting my introduction in a very beautiful way. Thank you so much, ma'am. And apart from this, I would like to thank Research Foundation of India, each and every person associated with the Research Foundation of India, Dr. Ajay Jain sir, Saurabh Jain sir, Ashok Kumar Gupta sir, and team RFI, and associate institution for giving me this opportunity. And this is the fifth version of ICT tool. So thank you so much once again for inviting me as a resource person. So I'm going to start my presentation. I hope my voice is audible and screen is visible. Thank you. So without wasting much of your time, I'm going to start my presentation that will be on effective presentation skill and ICT tool. So this is my PPT. In this fifth version of ICT tool, we have tried to include some more ICT tools and techniques and some different aspects, different platforms, which help you in the classroom, offline as well as online. So the topic is ICT tools and effective presentation technique. So first of all, my content related to effective presentation technique is how you're going to present the topic. What you have to, my content outline includes the presentation technique, how well you can present yourself while delivering the lecture, and what ICT tools you have to add on while delivering your lecture. That will add the glory of the session. So before I start, I would like to start with some story. So there was a fair in the village, and the two balloon seller was passing away from there. the two balloon seller was passing away from there. One was having balloon of same color, that is blue color, and another balloon seller was having a balloon of different color. Okay. And they were selling their balloons. They tried to sell their balloons in a traditional way. They were selling like, just take these balloons from me, it costs ₹5. Take this balloon from me, it costs ₹5. So this was the traditional way of selling the balloon. And both were selling in the same way. And by the evening, they came to know that nobody was interested. There was no rush. No people came towards them. They were shocked. By the evening, they got to know that no audience, no people were coming towards them to take the balloon. So what they did, one of the balloon seller tried to make and give a shape like this. What he did, he combined all the balloons and gave a shape like this. To make it more attractive, he added some stationary items. He put some stationary items on the balloon to make it more attractive. Seeing the different type of balloons, people rushed towards him and his balloons were sold out. Earlier, these were the balloons which were not sold out, but when he added some stickers, stationary items, or when he tried to give shape to the balloons, people were attracted towards him. Seeing this, another seller was shocked, amazed to see this. Another seller was shocked to see this. Now it becomes the challenge for the another seller to sell the balloons. What he did, he flew all the balloons, air-filled balloons in the air, and started announcing that there will be a competition among the people, among the kids, and those whose balloon goes high in the sky will be the winner. This balloon costs ₹7, and the winner, I will give ₹7 to the winner. Again, after listening to this thing, people rushed towards him and they purchased their balloons. So earlier, the shape of the balloon was like this. Nobody was interested. After adding some presentation skills, marketing skills, people rushed towards them and they purchased their balloons. So in our life, the same thing is applied. During your lecture time, at the time of interview, or at the time of promotion, if your content is good, but your way of delivering is not good, then people will not be attracted. Right? How many of you agree with this? If your presentation is good, then if your marketing skill, it is different. Marketing skill is quite different. If your presentation skill is good, the way of delivering is good, then more number of people will be attracted and they will be easily convinced, right? So what is presentation? That means to add the cherry on the cake, we need presentation skills. So what is presentation? Presentation means the way of communicating with others, how you are talking with the group, how you convince the group, how you are going to address in the meeting. The more you are going to present in a better way, more number of people will be attracted and they will be convinced. So I will give you one exercise here. Swati Palji, you have raised your hands. Do you want to say something? Okay. So I'm giving you one exercise. Most of the people, participants, are from faculty or academic backgrounds, I think. I know you, all of you know very well how to give introduction. May I know how well you can introduce yourself? Anybody who would like to speak or who would like to present yourself, who would like to introduce yourself? I will add some more points in your introduction, but it would be better if you introduce yourself. I will tell you how to introduce yourself in a proper way.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Actually, I'm from Tirunelveli, ma'am, Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
I'm working as a lecturer in Polytechnic College. I am watching, and this is the first time, ma'am.
This is the first. You are?
Sir,
Pardon?
I'm actually a lecturer,
Okay.
working as a lecturer in Polytechnic College, ma'am, from Tamil Nadu, ma'am.
Okay.
This is the first time from North, actually North India online program, ma'am. I am
Okay.
attending.
You are attending this first time.
First time, yes, ma'am. I'm actually attending various program from Tamil Nadu only.
Okay.
But I actually this webinar, this seminar from website, ma'am, RFI website.
Yes.
My first
Nice.
time online program, ma'am. I'm very eagerly watching this program yesterday and day after before the day. First day, 2 days I am watching the program. Very useful and nice sessions. I am very interested and I am future also. I am eagerly want to know about all, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am.
And thank you for taking this initiative. And
Thank you,
another
ma'am.
who is another one who would like to say something or give some introduction?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes. Good evening.
I'm Swati Pal from NG Patel Polytechnic, Bardoli, Gujarat. I'm working as a lecturer in NG Patel Polytechnic. I have completed my bachelor's in chemical engineering from RNG Patel Institute of Technology, and as well as I have completed my diploma engineering from KJ Polytechnic, Bharuch. And I'm working as a lecturer since December 2018.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking this initiative. So, back to my PPT. I would like to tell you what things you have to include while introducing yourself. I hope my PPT is clear. What you have
Yes,
to do?
ma'am.
First of all, you should tell your name. Name. Then your occupation. Then your education qualification. Then your hobbies. Then interest. And then achievement. These things are required when you are going to introduce yourself. Like, my name is Dr. Priyanka Chawla. I'm Senior Assistant Professor at Prestige Institute, Indore. My education and qualification includes MBA, PhD, and postdoctoral. Acha. Another thing is, people generally get confused. What is the difference between hobbies and interest? Do you know? People generally get confused between hobbies and... Yes.
Hobbies are generally what we do on regular basis, and
Yes.
interest we don't know on regular basis.
Yes. Hobbies means it shows your skills, your unique skills. Like, my hobbies are driving a car, gardening, cooking, right? Where you are expertise. It shows your expertise, right? And interest means you have interest in listening to music, or you are interested in dancing, but it is not your quality. You are not expertise in that. You are not regularly practice it, right? So in general, we can say my hobbies are, if you are a unique person, if you have that expertise, then you can tell your hobbies. In general, you can say I like listening to music or dancing or whatever, etc. And you have to tell your achievements also, like I got best paper presentation awards and other awards like this you have to include achievements. So this shows your proper introduction. So these are the basic points that you have to include in your introduction, right? So going ahead, what are the points that you have to remember when you face the audience? Generally, what happens when you face the audience, you do not contact them. Your eye contact is not there. Your legs shakes. Your voice tremble. These type of activities, these type of some hesitations comes automatically. So what points you have to remember while delivering a lecture? The first thing is what. What means you should know your topic. You should stick on your topic. You should not change the matter. Suppose my topic is on ICT tool and effective presentation skills. So I have to stick on that particular topic. I cannot include any other topic. To make it more interesting, I can include some story or some video lectures, right? To give some effect. So you should know your topic. You should stick on your topic. You should not go here and there. You should know who your audience are. Suppose in my case, most of the audience are from faculty domain, academic domain, right? And they are more interested in listening these topics because they want to learn something, right? And how means what strategies you are going to include, like my teaching pedagogy. In teaching pedagogy, what I am going to include, what ICT tools I will be teaching. So in my content, what I'm going to do, I first focus on presentation skills and what you have to do during your presentation. Then I will tell you some ICT tools which you have to include during your session to make your class more interactive one. So I will tell you how many ICT tools are there and what type of ICT tools you can include. In the coming session, I will tell you. Another thing is, when you present yourself, you have to engage your audience. Now, the question arises, how you engage your audience? Because this is one of the most difficult tasks, engaging your audience. If your audience is happy with you, then they will stay. They will like to listen to you. They will come again and again. If your audience is not happy with you, then they leave the meeting. Let me check how many people are there. Okay, right? So engaging audience is one of the most difficult tasks. So what you have to do, you have to avoid monotonous voice. Suppose if I say like this in a constant way, if I speak slowly, if I do not add pitch volume, raise my voice, put stress on the important topic, I will not use my gesture, I will sit in continuation just reading out my PPT, then you will get bored, right? Similarly, while delivering a lecture in the class, if you read out the PPT, then no student will be happy. They will not like your class. What you have to do? You have to raise your voice. You have to be confident, and PPT is just for them. You just have to write some points on the PPT and you have to deliver with the help of example. You have to interact with audience. What you have to do? You have to include some MCQs based question. It should be more interactive one. I'm not a radio or I'm not a TV. you're just watching me or listening to me. What I have to do, there should be a two-way communication. If I am telling something, you should answer something. I'm expecting something from you. So in this session also, I have included some MCQs based question to make the session more interactive one. Two-way communication should be there so as to know what people have understood. Right? Please mute yourself. I hope it is clear up till now. Engaging your audience is one of the most difficult tasks. Next is, while presenting yourself, body language. I hope you know what the body language is. When we include gesture, when we nod our head, right? When the movement of hands. So this is called body language, non-verbal communication. So while speaking, you should use your gesture, and this gesture should be natural one. You should not use your hand again and again and move like this. Use natural gesture wherever it is required. When you stand in front of audience, you should not keep your hands in the pocket. It doesn't seem good. Do not keep handcuffed behind your back. Do not. Matlab, you have to stand in a proper way. And you have to use your gesture. You should not keep your arms closed like this and asking question to the audience. Right? It means you should make the session interactive by your body language. Facial expression is required. That means you have to wear a smile on your face. You should be cool. You should be calm. Do not show your nervousness. Because if you are not confident, audience will know you. They can realize you. Your posture while delivering the lecture, delivering the session should be erect and straight. If your voice is slow, the slow voice indicates that you are lacking confidence. You should breathe frequently, and wherever it is required, you should take a pause. Unless and until you take a pause, if you deliver a lecture in a frequent manner, in a high speed, without pausing, then what happens? People will not understand what you are trying to say. They want some time to adjust it, to digest your words. Your pitch volume should be high and low. You should focus on important point. There should be eye contact. Now, the question arises, in online meeting, eye contact is not possible. Yes, eye contact is not possible, but you have to keep your video on. It is proper. It will help us. If your video is not on, you have to keep your video on. If your video is not on, then what will happen? People will not engage you. They will leave the meeting. What audience or what participants like? They want to see you and they want to listen you. So the eye contact in a physical meeting is required, but if it is online, then keep your videos on. And don't stare your audience for more than 3 to 5 seconds. Otherwise, it looks bad. Right? I told you earlier, pausing is already important. If you do not take pause in between, then the audience will not understand what you are trying to say, because audience need time to adjust what you are saying. Now, the most important thing is PPT slides. What you have to do, the PP slide should be proper. You can use audio visual aids. You can take help of audio visual. You should use images, as much as images you can, the facts and figures. If you are delivering a lecture on percentage basis, males are less than females, then you can use facts and figures with the help of charts, pie charts, etc. Use of ICT tools are required. Make your presentation proper. The font size should be 30 so that everybody can understand and can see what you have written over here. Right? Now, another thing is you have to be an entertainer. I'm not saying you should perform the comedian tasks, but by entertainer, I mean you should, if you actually want to engage your audience, then you should start with a story. You should be a storyteller. Use as much as quotes, idioms as possible. Add games, fun activities, online fun activities, quizzes, use of different type of ICT tools so that they can use it in their future. Now, what I'm doing, I'm going to share one video. Now you have to tell what this video tells us. This is the video. I'm going to tell. This one. Sorry, this one. You have to listen this. Shall I? So shall I start? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Because you have to answer the questions.
Yes. मैं पूरन पोली बना रही हूँ तेरे पास.
Okay, it is in Hindi, but you can see here the subtitles. It is in English. So just read the subtitles, captions.
मैं पूरन पोली बना रही हूँ तेरे भाई की फेवरेट. तेरे रूम की क्या हालत बना रखी है इसने ना, बस पूछ मत. हाँ, तू बता रही हूँ सुबह सुबह कैसे फोन किया? ऑफिस नहीं गई? क्या जॉब छोड़ दिया मतलब? अरे ऐसे कैसे? कितनी तरक्की हुई थी तुम्हारी. ये हम भी कितना प्राउड फील कर रहे थे. अचानक ये जॉब छोड़ना रियू कैसे? जॉब छोड़ दी क्यों? पर बेटा शादी के बाद घर के काम बढ़ जाते हैं, लेकिन तू अकेले थोड़ी है. आकाश भी तो है तुम्हारे साथ.
अच्छा,
तुम्हारी हेल्प कर सकता है ना? अरे उसे घर का काम नहीं आता मतलब? ऐसे कैसे नहीं आता? गलती हमारी है. लेकिन बेटों को हाथ बटाना नहीं सिखाते. तो और एक बार सोच ले. मैं रात को फोन करती हूँ. क्या हुआ माँ? क्या हुआ माँ? गलती होगी, सुधार नहीं.
So what you have understood after watching this video? What you have understood after watching this video? I showed you something, and that has a meaning.
There should not be no gender.
Yes.
Both boys and girls should be treated equally, and they should be both should learn all the whole school work, everything. We
Yes.
should not give importance to one gender alone.
Yes. Anybody who would like to speak, or if you want to write it down in the chat box, chat isn't available at this time. Okay, chat box is not working. So if you want, you can unmute yourself and you have to make the class interactive one. Okay, working? Okay, sorry. If you want, you can write down in the chat box, or you can make the session interactive by if you want to unmute yourself.
Ma'am, learning is equally important for boys as well as for
Education
girls.
is important. Both boys and girls are the same of the other
Equalization.
equally important. And
Ma'am,
there are
teaching
two
through
aspects.
certain, yeah.
Huh?
Ma'am,
Yes.
teaching through videos make the class more interactive because that pass on the message that you wanted to convey. Right.
Yes.
So that engage the students as well as it's a thought provoking. So
Yes.
after that, you can start the discussion point. If we are using the ICT tools for this FDP, so we consider that the purpose of your showing to video to us may be how to make your class interactive using such tools. That may be one of the objective.
Yes. Now, my question is what this video showed us. This video showed us the change in the mindset, right?
Yes, ma'am.
This was the important. Yeah, I know that both boys and girls are equally important. They are the two aspects of the same coin and whatever. But my motive of showing this video was showing you the change in mindset. We can see everywhere there is a change in hospitality sector, change in education sector, change in banking sector, insurance sector, right? But apart from this, we can see the change in education sector in a significant manner, right? So the change is very important. So education sector, if I talk about education, earlier education was commenced under the supervision of some gurus. There were no special classes available. No labs were available. It was a strong bonding of gurus and students, right? Students used to sit under the shade of the trees. So Gurukul system was followed earlier in Vedic period. There were some phases in the education sector. It started with the Vedic era. So earlier Gurukul system was followed. The texts were recorded on the palm leaves using some sharp writing instrument. The curriculum includes Vedas, Vedic literature, and so on. Physical education was a part of this curriculum. Like hunting was important that time, wrestling, right? Jumping. These were important. Then we can see the printing and press here after a long time during Vedic religion lectures. Then second era was of pre-independence period. It was influenced by Mughal period and British era. The Mughal period brought Islamic culture, and British Raj opened many Christian missionaries schools and colleges. After this, it was influenced by colonial system. And there was a dominance of English language. That means that time English was most in demand. But it was the base of higher education. The third era was of post-independence period. The host of education institution was set above the government, and many premier IITs, schools, colleges, government colleges, IIMs were set up. The focus was on private institutions, girls' education, and premier quality education. Then, what is this? Can you imagine what is this? There is a change in pedagogy style. Which type of pedagogy style is using, ma'am? The teacher is using which type of pedagogy style?
Chalk and board, ma'am?
Yes, this is the traditional way of teaching.
Traditional.
Slowly and slowly we can see after pre-independence period, there is a change in pedagogy structure, right? We can see the traditional way of teaching. Here the knowledge is fixed. It is a class of 30 to 40 students and a teacher is just dictating in the class. Students used to sit under 4 walls, right? They are just writing it down what the teacher is saying. Here the knowledge is fixed. So this is called the traditional way of teaching, where one file is transferred to other. Slowly and slowly there comes change in online learning. Now the teacher come up with new methods. Use of seminar, workshop, the role of teacher has become changed. Earlier, she was standing here and now she stands and she works as a facilitator. Then there is an innovative teaching pedagogy called blended learning. What is blended learning? Blended means it is a mixture of offline, matlab classroom teaching as well as online teaching. Earlier, teacher worked as sage on stage. The role of teacher from sage on stage has shifted to guide on side. Now she is guiding. She is a mentor. So there are different types of blended learning like station rotation. Station rotation means, for example, I have a class of 60 students. I will be teaching first 20 students and these students then sent and have been given another task and then they are engaged in some computer-based instruction. So this type of circle include, if I am teaching 20 students, then I'll give these 20 students some another task and these 20 students again will be given some other task, computer-based system. In the meanwhile, I will teach some 20 students, another 20 students. That means at every station, tasks are given to the students. Second blended learning is enriched virtual. Enriched virtual means focus is given on online course. Here they need faculty when they want to clear their doubts. Next is flexible. You all know very well flexible learning means with the help of Swayam or MOOC or online portals. So they learn at their own pace. Next blended learning is flipped classroom. Flipped classroom means it is also called extended e-learning. In traditional learning, what we deliver lecture. We give some homeworks to the students. But in flipped, what we have to do? We first tell the students to read this particular topic and have a discussion on this particular topic in the next session. So that, why we are doing this? So that they come up with the new ideas. Last is self-directed. Self-directed means to become a self-directed, the teacher or student have to pass on some stages. See, the first stage is of dependent. Here the student is dependent and teacher is take the authority of teaching. The teacher is explaining each and everything to the student, right? With the help of lectures, with the help of coaching. Stage 2 is the student become interested one. How they become interested? The teacher motivate them to involve in these activities. They are guiding them. They are inspiring with the inspiring lecture of teachers. Students are more interested towards it. They follow their teachers, right? Third step is student get involved. Here, the role of teacher is facilitator. They give the assignment and then they make discussion on the session with the help of seminar or group projects like this. And finally, when student involved in some matter, then we have to give the whole assignment, or we have to give the total task to them, transfer the task to them. And this time, teacher have to be act like a consultant, like we do in PhD during our dissertation or when we prepare project file. So this is called self-director. So the question arises, what to do to make class more interactive one? So I will be telling you some techniques. See, may I know how many students, participants are there, the name of the participants? What we do generally in class, when we give some task to the student, either we tell them to come voluntarily or we have to assign them mandatory. Or what we do, we write the name on a piece of paper of some students and shuffle them, and then we pick some chits, right? So similarly, what you can do, you can use this technique in ICT tool. Suppose there are some people here. I can see some names here. Abha ji, Anisha ji. So what I'm doing, I'm going to write their names here. Abha ji. Okay. Next is Anisha ji. Next is, can anybody tell you the name? Anshul ji, Ashwini ji. Azhar ji.
सृष्टि की बैटल जब लोग सुनेंगे अब तो वैसी आग लग जाएगी कि भाई ये बैटल कर रहे हैं.
Pragya ji, Bhavana ji. Randomly, I'm going to pick up these names. Bhavya ji, Pragya ji. I've selected some names from here. And you can do the same with students as well because they are more interested in this thing. Dr. Anuja ji. Manjula ji. Ranjit ji, Ravi Verma ji. So I have written some names here, and what I have to do, the same you can do with the students. This is the wheel spinner, random name generator spinner. If you want to assign some tasks to the students, or if you want this particular student have to answer this question, then you can write their names and click on spin, and then automatically see this stops on Ashwinji. So Ashwinji, if you want to ask any question from me, or if you want to share your feedback regarding this, so you can use this as a tool. So this is the tool which makes the session more interactive one. Next is the most important thing that I'm going to explain here is people generally avoid the use of online tools. But I will tell you how to use these tools, because it is actually important and it is actually easy to handle. So, how many of you have heard about Google Classroom? I'm not telling Google Classroom, but it is similar to Google Classroom, where you can share your notes to the students. And it is very easy to handle. How many have heard about Google Classroom?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you have worked on this Google Classroom.
Yes, ma'am. During COVID time, we have worked on it.
But you can continue with, in offline classes also, because you can share your notes also. So I'm not going to explain Google Classroom because you all have worked on this. So what I'm going to do is I will tell you some another tool which help you in maintaining the notes. And it is actually very good. This is called You Need a Wiki. Have you ever heard about this? This You Need a Wiki. This one. You Need a Wiki. Have you ever heard about this?
No, ma'am.
So you can maintain your notes in the proper way. You can, what you have to do, you have everything. Whatever changes, whatever notes you are preparing there, you can edit them. You can share the link among the people and they can read it. So I will show you the demo. See what I've done. This is my subject. I'm taking cost accounting. So here, this side, it is in bookish form. Once you share these link to the people, they can see easily. See, this is the heading. Main heading, this is the cost accounting. Under cost accounting, you have planned. You have to design your matter content in such a way that it seems good. So this is the first thing, introduction unit 1. If I click on this, these are the subcontents available under introduction part. So what you have to do, if you want to add some numerical question, you can make use of sheets, Google Sheet. If you want to write anything, you want to give some handouts or notes to the students, you can use this Google Doc. If you want to add some PPT, then you can use this slides. If you want to take test of the students, then you can use this Google form, right? And even you can import it from your desktop. If you want to show some link, if you want this to be available here, some video that you want to show, like in this, I have added some video. See, I have added some video of mine. See, this is my video. Right? So what you have to do, you can even add n number of things over here. If you want to add some content, see, I have written here. Whatever changes I will do, it will be available here. and everybody can see it. This is the PPT. I will share one link so that you can get to know, but not this one. This is the second unit. Under second unit, there are some subheadings. These are the headings. Under third unit, we have some subheadings. So this type of notes you can give to your students and it will be maintained properly. The only thing is you have to share link with among the students. See, for demo purpose, I will be sharing this. See, for demo purpose, I will be sharing this. Testing 1 and testing 2 is also there, I think. You can add discussion forum also. Now, what you have to do, here you can see share. Just click on share. And if you want to keep this in a private, that means if you want to share with only specific people, then just click on this and provide particular link to that person. If you want to make it public, then anyone can access it. But I prefer this thing, shareable link. Now, this link, shareable link means just copy this link and to whom you are going to share this link, only they can access it. See, I am sharing this link to you and only you people can access it. Okay. Now, the advantage of what is the advantage of maintaining this? You need a wiki. When you open, you need a wiki. Then it will ask for, since I am signed in, so it is not asking for my email ID. But when you open, if you are the first user, you are the user. If you're not the user and you are using it for the first time, then it will ask for your email ID and it should be the Gmail one. And then it will ask, just a minute, it will ask create wiki. Create wiki. In this way, you can create your own subject. You need a wiki. Just click on this. Now it will ask for create a wiki. Just click on this. Whatever subject you are now, just provide the name. Wiki means you have to provide the name of the subject. Suppose I have to give name of cost accounting or financial management or any other name of the subject. So you can just provide name here, accounting. Okay. And then just click on create. Now it will ask, do you want any other person to make addition or to make editing in your wiki, in your subject? If you want, you can type their email ID. You can give rights to them. They can also add, they can also edit, they can also organize the same. Otherwise, you can skip this, simply skip this part. That means you will be the whole and sole person who is going to manage this thing. Right? If you want, you can skip this part and this accounting part has started. Now you can add. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to click on add new and then click on folder. And this is unit 1. Create, and then under unit 1, you want some content to be written in a document file or sheet or slides, then you can add. Okay. So you can use this as a tool. Another thing which I would like to share with you is people generally Okay. How many of you are using boards in the classroom? I think most of us are teachers and we are using boards in the classroom.
Yes, ma'am.
And maybe you will be having smart boards, right? But if you're not having smart boards, then what you can do, you can, n number of boards are available, like app, Canva, Sideboard. These are free. These are freely available. Jamboard, Miro, Classroom Screen, Stormboard. Twiddler is available for 30 days only. There are some time limits are there. Whiteboard, Fox, it is available for 14 days. After that, it will ask for some premium and payment. Scribbler, like this. But the one that I would like to tell you is whiteboard.fi. This one, whiteboard.fi. I'm sharing the link with all of you. And suppose in online classes, if you want your student to do something on the board, you call some student and they solve the question on the board. Similarly, if you are using online board, then you can see what your students are doing. Your students can see your boards, and as well as you can also see your students, what they are doing, right? So I will be sharing this. If you are a student, then you click on join class. But if you are a teacher, then you should click on new class. Now you have to enter the name of the class, RFI session. Email ID is not important. Now, next is create new class. Okay. Now, my room is created. This is my room. And now, if I want to invite some person, then I can invite them, few people. I can have an option of enable in a waiting lobby. That means if I allow someone, then only they can enter. Otherwise, they will just be there in a waiting room. I can even lock the room. After, if I click on this, then nobody can enter in my room, whiteboard room. I can see the boards, whiteboards of students. I can even hide the name of the students. I can invite another teacher as a co-teacher. See, so what I'm doing, I am going to copy URL and just paste it over here. So you can access this, you can join this board so that you can know. I'm sharing this room code also if it is required. These are the room codes. See, one person has joined, CK, I don't know who is he. Dr. N has joined. And now, whatever they are writing, see, he wants to write something, so I can easily see what he wants to write. And now what I can do, if I don't like the feature, then I can erase this whiteboard. See, some people has joined me. That means this shows that how many people are attentive in the class. So this is the most important feature. And even you can toggle my whiteboard, whatever I will be writing over here, you can see it over here. Now, if you want to add some image, suppose I have given you some assignment, what you can do, you can select image and you can add it over here. With the help of this whiteboard.fi, I can see what you have written or what image you have posted. So this is the advantage of using this board. I like this board so much. And I'm using right now also, even after COVID. So this is the best feature. Not only teacher can write, but the teacher can write on students' board, can see their board. Okay. Another thing is people, the another part is we have a session on this also, and how to develop e-content and all. So to develop e-content, you require some video lectures. So for video lectures, some OBS software is there, Screencastify is there, Loom is also available, Screen-O-Matic is also available. But I like OBS the most one because it has all the features. If you want to deliver a session on any by a video mode or a synchronized mode, then you can create your video, and you can create your video with the help of OBS software. And you can do as much editing as much as possible. Now, there is people generally get confused about assessment tools. Which assessment tool I have to follow? What we have to do? So these are some of the assessment tools. Assessment is done during the teaching, after, as well as after the teaching, at the end of the semester. When it is done at the end of the semester, it is called summative assessment. During session, if I ask some questions, some type of MCQs, then it is called formative assessment. So what are the tools available? I think you all know very well about the online tools available like Quizlet, Playbuzz. I think you all know this. Quizlet, you can create quiz on Quizlet, Playbuzz, Quizmaker, SurveyMonkey. These are some of the tools available online, and these are freely available. Classmaker, Hot Potatoes, Kahoot, Google Form, 123 Form, Testmos. These are some of the tools available. But I suggest you can use this quizzes. Quizzes. This is the best feature. Quizzes. Sorry, spelling is not correct. This is this one. QUIZIZ. So you can use this as a platform, and your students will definitely like this. Another thing, if you want, I forgot to tell you, if you find some online matter which is actually very good, sometimes it happens that when we read something online and we find that this particular, yes, how many questions do you want? So 50 questions are normal questions. It can be available. You can use these quizzes. Have you ever used these quizzes? Yes, sure. And some LMS platforms are also available. You can use that also. Even in Kahoot. Kahoot, the questions are limited, I think. No, you can use these quizzes. And now, one thing that I would like to tell you, I was forgetting. Sometimes when you read some matter online, you find that particular matter is very good. Just for example, financial management. Suppose this is the topic, and I find this topic the useful one for the students. Suppose this is the topic. I'm reading online and I found this matter useful for the students. Now, either you can, what you will do, you can simply copy this link and paste it to the students, but you can add some more things, some more features with the help of insert learning. See, I have this option available, insert learning. Insert learning is a Google Chrome. It is a Google Chrome. If you write here, insert learning, then you can download this insert learning. It is the feature available, and you can add to the Chrome. What you have to do, just click on add to the Chrome. I have already this feature available here. See, right? So what I'll be doing, I open that page, I click on the insert learning. These are the options available. So what you can do, you have to sign in first. This one. Now, once you signed in, not now. Once you signed in, then this one. So these are the some, it is asking for something. What you have to do, just click over here, write your name, email address, state, zip code, and then generate code. Okay. It is not freely available, I think, right now. Okay. I have already used this for 2 times. So that's why it is asking for subscription. Just a minute, I will log in with some another ID. So you can add some more features over there. You can add videos, you can highlight the text if you want that particular text is important from the student's point of view. So you can highlight that like this with the help of insert learning. Just a minute, I will log in with another email ID so that you can know this. In the meanwhile, if you have any query, then you can ask. In the meanwhile, if you have any query, you can ask. Participants. Okay, I have written something. Do you have any query? See, this is with the help of my another email ID. So I have what I have done. I've created insert learning over here. So these are the options. Available to me. See, I have added my insert learning option over here. I'm a teacher, and it is already added here. See, so if I find this online matter content useful, then I will be using this insert learning option over here, and then I can highlight with the text color if I found this the important one. I can even change the text of I can even change the text of the color. And if I want to add some sticky notes, then I can add some sticky notes over here. This one. Just click over here. This type of and you can add some MCQs type of question. Once a student can go through this paragraph, then they can add some sticky notes and they can add images, or you can use your YouTube links also. It is just you have to click on here and search for the YouTube link, or you can create your own video. You can insert questions, MCQs like of type of questions also here, and then after making some changes over here, you can simply, what you can do, you can simply send. You can simply assign this to the students. But the only thing is, it is free for 2 times. And another thing is, your student must have insert learning option available as a Chrome, Google Chrome. So I think some of the tools that I have explained here, it is of your use. Oh, I've already shared my screen. I've already shared my screen. I hope you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you can use all these tools.
Ma'am, I have one question. Can I ask you?
Yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes.
I want to tell you that your session was seriously very interactive and very knowledgeable, and I have learned a lot from you. And I am very delightful and very lucky to have a lecture from you. Ma'am, my question is there any option in this tool what you have tell us that if I will select number of the students and I was using the whiteboard or blackboard in the class, at the same time I have opened the projector and I have opened this tool and selected number of the students. At the same time, if I do not want my student to come on the stage and write something on the whiteboard or the blackboard, but at the same time, I want the student is sitting on his seat and I will enable this selected student to write anything on the online whiteboard. Is it possible?
I told you, no, I mean, you want these two things to be done at the same time.
Yes, yes. Okay.
So you can use whiteboard.fi. Everything is available there. You can even see their boards also.
Is there any other tool which is freely available which do not have any cost?
Whatever tools I have explained here, these are free of cost.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, thank
So
you.
once you use this whiteboard.fi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
so
ma'am.
You can use this whiteboard.fi and you will find this interesting one, interactive one, and whatever you are asking, that will be solved.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So the social session is over from my side.
Thank you, Priyanka ma'am. Thank you very much. Giving a useful, a very knowledgeable session. Now I would like to thank all officers and Indore RFI team members and different state participants their support and to run a program smoothly. Thank you so much everyone.
This was the question asked, can you show some assessment tools? So I'm sharing this slide one more time. And these are some of the tools available. These are freely available, and those test modes 1, 2, 3 form are free for only few days. But I will suggest to use quizzes. I hope
Thank
I
you,
have
ma'am. Thank you so much. I'm Dr. Pratipha here. I'm a doctor medical profession. I'm using quizzes and Kahoot for my medical students. It is really interesting to see so many tools are available. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you to ma'am, thank you RFI, and thank you all the participants. So shall we wind up the session? Okay, thank you.